Hello everyone. In the previous discussion, I had covered how to install Ubuntu on the Oracle Virtualbox. Very often there might be a requirement you may need multiple VMs. So in such case, clone would be a good option, and today we are going to see how to clone the virtual image. So before we start cloning, we are going to try out installing some of the software in the existing virtual image, and we called that to be our base image, and on the base image we are going to derive a clone image. So let's start. So this is my existing virtual Ubuntu instance, and if you guys not see my previous video, I would suggest go and see the previous video, which should be available in the description in the description. So first of all guys, I'm going to update the cache, and before I update the cache I would like to go log in with a root user. So now I log with the root user, and now I'm going to update few commands, apply few commands. Let's update the cache. Now you can see that cache has been updated. Now I'd like to install few software. If these softwares are not installed in your Ubuntu machine, make sure that you install those packages. So first thing, I'm going to install apt-get install vim. Okay, this is done. Then I'm going to use tree. So these commands are applied so that when we create a clone, we can verify this softwares are installed on the same machine, the other machine, the clone machine or not. Now this is also done. Then I want to open SSH server. So let's install apt-get install open SSH server. Now you can see that this is also installed. To verify, systemctl now that is indicating that SSH server is up and running. And why I have enabled this one, because I want to connect from the remote console. So this is done. Now we had installed all the software. Now we are trying to clone this machine. Okay, so clear all. And if you want to change the hostname, you can change the hostname. The command to change the hostname is hostname control set hostname, and let's say this is my Alexa master. Now my hostname has been changed successfully. To verify, I can type here hostname, and now this is giving me the hostname, or I can use uname -a, which giving me the latest hostname. So now the hostname is changed. Why I have changed the hostname? The reason being, this is the Oasis box image and it might be confused, so that I changed the hostname. So now hostname has been changed, and now I'm going to stop this image, this VM, so that we can take a clone. So go to close section, save the state. Now you can see this machine would be saved, and now I'm going to take a clone. So come here and then choose clone option, and let's say this is my clone image. So the name of this one is called Alexa client, and I just mention clone so that we can identify easily. Alexa client hyphen clone. Okay, so guys, now you can see that two options. One is the clone in the clone type. something called it full clone and link clone. So this is very important to understand which option to pick, and so that I have one slide where I'm going to explain that what is the meaning of both this option. So you can see that this is what exactly our base image, and a base image, whatever software we updated or installed, that would be somewhere stored into this hard disk, virtual hard disk. And let's say the size of the hard disk is 5 GB. And now when I attempt to full clone, then basically a independent copy has been created, and this hard disk is completely copied, and there's a completely independent virtual image has been created. So there is no relation between, or there's no link between these two images, completely two different images. But when we tried out a link clone, a image has been created, but in this case the hard disk shared between the link clone image and the base image. Therefore it would be essential, before you power on your link clone image, then your base image should be up and running. Otherwise you might be see your link clone image might be throwing some exception. So here is the difference between full clone and link clone. The advantage of link clone, it would be sharing the hard disk, and you can quickly create uh, quickly uh, create the clones. Okay, so now in this example I'm going to pick this, and I would like to generate new MAC address for all the network adapter. Okay, and then you hit the option called it clone. Now guys, the moment I hit the option called it clone, this would be now my link base clone instance, and this is my Alexa client which would be newly created. Okay, now let's log in into this. So option, right click, or you can hit here start. Now you can see this image is starting, and this is Alexa client. And first let's say exit. Now you can see that in the previous example, if you see that I have changed the host name, let's see the host name. So it's showing the Alexa master. Let me change the host name so that we can identify this two machine. So again the command is host name control set host name and then the name of the username. So let me give something called it Alexa client to identify both this machine. Okay, and now if I type uname -a, so you can see that the name has been changed. Okay, so the name has been changed. You can see that still this is not changed. The moment we restart, you can see this will also change. Now we'll see that whether the two additional software Vim and tree is installed in this machine or not. So let's try. When I hit 3, you can see that 3 command is working. When I use vim 1.txt, you can see that Vim editor is also working. And now I also want to see that SSS. So system control status SSS. Now you can see this is also up and running. Clear this, control C, and if I want to find the IP address, this is the IP address ifconfig. So if you hit enter, you can see this is the new IP, and if I want to connect, since the SSS server is installed in this machine, I can connect this one via my terminal. Okay, so let's go here. Now let's go to let's go here, and now let me open, because OS boxes at 192.168.1.25. Now you can see that I'm able to successfully connect to the machine. Okay, the host name is only changed, and whereas the username is OSS boxes. So if you see the host name is this, by this you can connect this machine. So this is the end of the discussion, and today what we have tried out, we are able to successfully create a clone, and we also same time understand the concept of link cloned and full cloned. If you have any question, so please feel free to drop your question in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot.